Well, hello, Sarah. How are you?
Well, hello, John Butler. How are you doing today, sir?
I am doing amazing. We're back live again for our very first episode.
This is our very second episode, but we have our very first guest today. And I am
exactly. I consider the other one more of a trailer.
It was a total trailer. Like, do you like us or not?
Exactly. And you look fantastic as always.
Thank you. So do you. But I just want to give a quick shout out to my wonderful friend and makeup artist of many, many years, Leah Scheibel. Thank you so much for coming in and dialing this in today. Woo! I was having an eyeball episode today and she came over and made it look like nothing happened. So it was all good. But thank you so much. And look for Leah Scheibel when you're in Phoenix for sure.
There you go. I'm in nice cold Canada normally, but actually today it's been really nice and warm.
Good.
I'm in shorts today and everything. It's been really nice here. It's Arizona weather here today.
Oh, I don't know about that, but you got some sunshine. Yeah, that's a good thing. We'll take it.
Exactly. So we got a great show for us today. We got an amazing guest that you know personally.
I do. I know her so well. And our story is just fabulous. I can't wait to share it with everyone.
Why don't we bring her in?
Okay, well, let's do it. Can we welcome the very first, the inaugural Epic Fit magazine cover model, Salina Hinojosa, enter our broadcast.
Hello. Hi.
How are you?
Look at you're wearing green.
Thank you.
This is like green is your theme, girl.
That's right. Yes. Yes. Thank
you.
You
know what
much
I just
for
figured
having
out?
Me.
You're very welcome. I just figured this out. That she was your very first cover for that magazine, and she's our very first guest for our issue of this.
I didn't even think of that too.
I just thought of that now. We didn't even plan that.
We did not. That is so cool. That's how God works. So, you know, he just places us where we need to be. Thank you for joining us, Salina.
Oh, yeah. The pleasure is all mine. Thank you.
Oh, you look beautiful.
Thank you. Thank you so much. And y'all look great as always.
Thanks.
Well, thank you.
We've got a lot to talk about, don't we?
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Very excited.
Where do we start? I mean, there's just so much there. And I think that our conversations began on just Instagram messaging. What was it? Like 2 years ago? That's probably when we started talking.
It was 2 years ago. Yeah. I think it was maybe the latter end of 2020, something like that.
Right. So that was a while ago. Yeah. And what a time that was to even start a communication about a big, giant photo shoot process. But we didn't even know what we were working with, right? I was just saying hi. I was like, I like your profile. Congratulations on your business.
Yes.
You're cool looking. Like, have you ever thought about doing a photo shoot? Right. And
yes.
You're like, I've done a couple little ones, you know, but I've never done anything big. Well, we should talk about something. And then we got to talking, and then the rest is like history. But there's a lot between A and B there that we're going to fill in the gaps here for our audience. So excited to talk about it. So, I mean, an Instagram conversation turns into a magazine cover. And how does that happen? How do we reveal everything in the middle, right?
Yes.
At the end of the day, you and I did a Zoom call, and I'm like, I need to know this girl. There was something about your profile that it had a pulse to it. For me, in the way that I look at things, I can tell when something's there, and I can tell when something's not there. But you were like alive and breathing. Your profile was alive and breathing to me.
Thank you.
So I wanted to talk, and I wanted to get to know you better. And I think that there's no better way to get to know someone than when you're staring at their face on the computer.
Right.
right? And at least you know who you're talking to.
Yes.
Okay. So we got on the call and had a great conversation. I got to meet your husband, Reggie, who's fabulous. One of my favorite supportive husbands in this entire I'll do it together, because it is a together thing, right? It's not like
it is. Yes, it really is. It really is. And he supports me in everything that I do. He's wonderful. Thank you.
He's amazing. I know. And I've got to send him his Supportive Husbands Club t-shirt, because I do have one for him.
He would totally sport that, Sarah, everywhere.
I know
he would love that.
I know. I've just got to find where they are. I know they're in a drawer, but I've got to get one on Reggie, right?
Yes.
Like specifically on Reggie.
Yes.
And then, we just talked and we had an open-hearted conversation about where you are with your business. Salina owns an incredible medical exercise practice that she has developed all on her own. And it requires very special certifications, very special attention to detail with everything that she's doing. It's not like a personal trainer's license. This is a very specific medical exercise practice license that you need. You can't just pretend that you're doing this. You're doing this.
Right.
And you have had medical issues, right? And you can speak more on that on behalf of clients.
Yes. So I own Lift by Salina here in Corpus Christi. And I did start out as a personal trainer. I've been in the fitness industry now for 23 years. And I started out personal training, and here recently, within the last 3 years or so, I decided I wanted to specialize in medical exercise. So what I do as a medical exercise specialist is I work specifically with clients with medical conditions. Right. So after they have been discharged from, say, physical therapy, after they have been discharged from chiropractic care, or if their physician says you need to lower your blood pressure, you need to lower your blood sugar, and you need to do that with exercise. So I help my clients become more functional through exercise.
I love that.
Yes.
So you have to. Exercise is super key for any person. If you've got a heartbeat, you should exercise.
That's right. And it's interesting, Sarah, because I have several clients that are more mature, and they tell me, in the olden days, after a surgery, we would just kind of lay out and not do anything post-surgery. So, but now we're learning that it's quite the opposite. As soon as your doctor says that you can, it's really important to get up and move your body.
Absolutely. I know I just went through this with my husband too, who had back surgery on September.
Oh, that's right.
I was telling you about that. Yeah, he had a lumbar laminectomy, and it was, he was in some serious pain before the surgery, but he listened to his body. He didn't rush anything because he loves golfing. We've got golf trophies all over our house from the golf tournament he's been involved with over time. And he just needed to just relax and let his body heal and let God do his thing and just mend everything back together from the inside out. Right. And now he's a rock star. He's been training with my friend Patty, and he's been having some other therapies done too. And just a combination of everything has brought him back to his way stronger than he was before.
Yes. Oh, that's wonderful to hear.
Better position. He's out enjoying his golf game more, involved in more golf related things. And it just makes a huge difference in his life. But
good.
Yeah, no. So it's important to be able to listen to your body, but also take the rest and not rush.
That's right. That's right. Yes. And so I just like your husband, Barry, I do work with post-surgery. Primarily what I see in my practice is post total knee replacements, shoulder issues, but that's my specialization is probably post total knee replacements. And I do see the majority of my clients have either or both high blood pressure or type 2 diabetes.
Okay. All right. So with a total knee replacement, does that require completely reworking the quad muscle? What's the most supportive muscle around the knee replacement. Is that the quad?
So you want to work the muscles that surround that knee joint, right? So that would be the quadricep, the hamstring, and the calf muscle. And as we're working those muscles, then in turn, the connective tissue surrounding that joint will get stronger, and it'll stabilize that new knee replacement much better.
Fantastic.
Yes.
Yeah, I know you've had a lot of success with that. I've met some of your clients. We'll get into that later.
Yes.
So fun. So yeah, we got on Zoom. I met you. I met your tribe. I met, Reggie was a huge part of this decision-making process. Like, are we going to do this? Because I know that you saw the value in what we all had to bring to the table as a unit, right? At that time. You want to build your business. You want to talk about your business. You want to build your brand. You want to get some exposure and allow yourself a platform to really give yourself launching pad. Well, I think that we accomplished all of that just with your first shoot that we did.
We did that and way more than I ever could have imagined. When I met you, I really wanted to be able to present my medical exercise practice in a professional way. And I'm very well aware that in order to do that, I wanted to have professional services, right? And so many times you have to invest in your business if you want it to grow. Yeah. And when I met you right away, I knew that it was something that my family and I were going to invest in, and I'm so glad that I did, Sarah, because to me, yes, this was luxurious and glamorous, but it's been so much more than that. First and foremost, the Epic Fit magazine. I don't know if I'm getting ahead of myself here.
Go ahead, talk about it, girl. Let it roll.
Yes. Well, we had a wonderful time at the Epic Fit Destination shoot there in Sedona, Arizona. I had never been there before. So that in itself was just beautiful. And we had such a wonderful time. You and your team were just, from the moment I met you, I think we even have a little bit of behind the scenes footage of our photo shoot there. But it was just a wonderful time from the very beginning, meeting you and your team. So there's Reggie and I after the shoot.
Yeah. Yeah. That was a good house that we had. That house was huge.
Oh, and just stepping out into the back, Sedona, is just an amazing place. It's you just definitely feel the presence of God. It's just so magnificent and beautiful. So
for you.
Yes. So that in itself, just the photo shoot was very special. And then when the magazine itself came out, that was when that picture there, it was like we shot all day, and that was the result of shooting all day.
You were wiped out because you had
I was done
on your nutrition. Your nutrition was perfectly dialed in. I could see your abs getting deeper as the day went on. John, I'm not even kidding. You would have totally appreciated this.
I believe it.
You would have been like, look at those abs. They just continue to pop out. Like there's the line tracker.
People don't realize the hard work that goes in it, not just for the photographer and the makeup, but the model herself.
Yes.
That's Salina, though. You give it 1,000% all the time.
I do. Well, Sarah, what was funny is that when you and I had originally spoke about doing this photo shoot and doing the magazine cover and whatnot, originally we talked about doing Bodyscape magazine, right? Which was, very, very exciting. And then maybe a month or so in, you called me up and said, I'm thinking about doing this new magazine. It's just a little different from Bodyscape magazine. And the difference is that it's going to be geared toward more muscular, athletic look. And so then I really had to get my butt in gear.
Well, I'll tell you, for what I had in my brain, because sometimes it's hard for me to take what's happening up here and put it into words. But
Yes.
that is exactly what I was looking for. Right there.
Good.
Yeah, right here with our fantastic cover.
Yes.
I mean,
and your work, Sarah, your artistry, your photography is so beautiful. Like that picture there where we were in that creek, I guess I would call it a creek.
It was
stream.
great.
I have that beautiful picture that you sent me of the cover mounted in my facility, and people ask me all the time, they think it's a fake background. And I said, no, I'm actually sitting on a slimy rock trying to hold myself up.
And you may or may not risk injury trying to get to that slimy rock.
That's right. But that's just how good, that's just how amazing your work is that they thought I was sitting on a fake rock with fake background.
That's cool. I mean, it does kind of look fake, but I love the cover. I'm glad we came up with that. Everything was just, it's pretty organic the way that it looks. Nothing was really altered with that. The Greek was great, it was beautiful. But leading into the whole feature of sensational Salina, I had to kind of think about this. Like, there's so much to you, Salina. It's not just your medical exercise practice. It's not just your amazingness and the fact that you had a heartbeat to your Instagram profile and that you had a supportive family. There is a total backstory with you. Yes. And that is what we discovered on our Zoom call, is that, oh my gosh, this is why Epic Fit was a perfect fit for you, because it's now you're in the fitness business, but you went from the polar opposite of being fit to now being like a total, like God's best representative of fitness.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Yes. I did. I went through a season there. I went through more than a season. I went through several years of struggling with alcohol and drug addiction. I grew up here in Corpus Christi. I was raised in a beautiful, loving family, but like a lot of teenagers do, when I was in high school, I started partying, and I never forget, it was after my high school homecoming dance. A bunch of friends got together in a hotel room to party, and we each had a bottle of Boone's Strawberry Hill wine. Remember that?
Some of my high school friends, if you're watching, we are very familiar with the Boone's. Yes.
Boone's Strawberry Hill wine. I drank that entire bottle all at once. And Sarah, I thought,
you're very familiar with the Boone's. Yeah.
Boone's Strawberry Hill wine. I just thought that I just fell in love. And by my 20s, I was not only an alcoholic, but I was smoking weed and popping pills and snorting cocaine, and also struggled with cutting as well. So I really got really sick. One night I cut myself so deep that I was rushed to the ER, and I woke up in a psychiatric rehab facility. That was one of my very lowest points, but I did manage to pull myself together, and eventually I picked myself up and got a job as a weight loss consultant at Jenny Craig. And it was around that time that I met this super hot, totally cool welder biker guy named Reggie. And we met right away, and we just, we started hanging out and drinking with friends, which I thought was harmless at the time, because I assumed it was harmless because I had convinced myself that I wasn't an addict anymore. And in 2015, Sarah, I think I had just reached my really my lowest point. And these pictures here up on the screen is when I was really, you can see how swollen I was. I was definitely not a fan of the camera. I was really at one of my very sickest points. And I just grappled a long time with this cycle of addiction and depression. And well, one day in 2015, I'm settled in with my wine, and this picture of a Bible the boys brought home from church camp flashes in my mind. I hadn't held a Bible in years, Sarah, but I got up to go look for it, and I found it in a duffel bag under Jay's bed, and I brought it back to my cushion. My favorite spot was this one single square cushion on our couch. Well, that day I brought it back to my cushion and just randomly started flipping through pages and landed on Proverbs 23, 31, 32. And it read, "Don't gaze at the wine, seeing how red it is, how it sparkles in the cup, how smoothly it goes down. For in the end, it bites like a poisonous snake. It stings like a viper." Now, I knew that wasn't just coincidental, because it wasn't just the words that I spoke, that I read. As I read those words, I felt a presence. I felt a presence in my home. I felt a presence around me and in me. And for the first time in many years, I had hope. I had hope for my future. And I knew that I had an encounter with God. So from that day forward, I decided I'm going to dedicate my life to Jesus Christ, as well as my husband, Reggie. And it's been a long road. It's been a long journey of mental health care, getting my developing my relationship with Jesus Christ, and getting my physical body healthy again. So it was a long road, but here I am now. And then in about a year into me being sober, Sarah, is when I started getting the idea that I wanted to begin my own business. And so it was around that time that we moved into this home where I am now. And the first time we walked into our backyard, there was this old beat up work shed in the backyard. And when I saw that old shed, I saw it for what it could be, not for what it was at that moment. So with a little bit of TLC, some elbow grease, and some paint, we converted it into just as best we could into a small fitness center. But since then, I have grown this business to what it is today.
Which is fantastic. And Salina, isn't it interesting, with all due respect, I say this with all due respect.
Oh,
isn't
yes.
it interesting how we can resemble the shed? All the shed was a little bit of work, a little bit of elbow grease, a little bit of polishing, a little bit of shining up, a little bit of TLC.
Yes,
and
that's beautiful.
God gave you that, and you gave the shed some TLC, and it all came together. That's
right.
So cool. And I know, you've told me that story before, but it was just the way that you worded it right then that made me say, my gosh, we're all a shed. We have all been sheds before, and John, have you? I have.
Oh, yes, for sure.
We've all had experiences in life where we're less than what we could be.
That's right.
Then, just by the good graces of God, we turn into something else. And
I think
that's
that visual right there shows you a visual version of what she's talking about, from one to the other.
That's exactly right. Look at that before and after. Wow.
Yeah. And aside from the weight loss, that first picture, you can just see how I had no confidence. I had no hope. You can just see that. But once I began to visualize the woman that God designed me to be, I had a picture in my mind of who she was. Just like I did that old shed, I knew what I could be. God designed me to be mentally strong, physically fit, confident, and successful. And I knew that I was going to have to take the steps to become that woman. It wasn't just going to happen. But by visualizing the life that I wanted for myself and for my family and working consistently toward it, I began creating a new reality for myself.
I love it. This is why I love talking to you so much. I mean, it's not even about this podcast. It's just about conversation.
Yes,
And
thank you.
It's about Salina and her growth, and I'm just proud to be your friend and to have been a part of this process. I always tell you that, like it's even if it's all part of this process, I'm proud and so grateful to be a part of it, to live and elevate you, for sure. Absolutely.
Well, our friendship, Sarah, has it was really the start of just some amazing opportunities. And even after we did the magazine itself, came even more opportunities. So it's just been so many things. After we did the magazine, maybe, I don't know, a bit later, you called me up again one day and said, hey, there's this amazing opportunity. If you'd like to take advantage of it, I'm now doing billboards, right? And so I had the amazing opportunity to be on a billboard in the middle of Times Square, and so I think we have, some images of that as well, which was super cool because I had never been to New York, and I was able to take my family during the holiday season and just looking up and seeing that image. Yep, there it is.
That is amazing. And I'm so glad that you took that opportunity to do so, because it's like,
I am too.
We're just backing this magazine cover up with some really cool stuff. I'm sorry.
Yes.
Exposure in the middle of times, like in the middle of it.
Yes.
And that you're rotating frequently, and it's just like, oh my gosh, this is a great way to expose your brand and expose your business. Get yourself out there. I love this picture. This is my favorite because it's just so organic. And when you go and visit your billboard, it is definitely an experience unlike
my goodness. And Sarah, for me, yes, just the lights and the glamour and the glitz of Times Square is just amazing in of itself. But for me, standing there and looking up and seeing this image totally opposite of who I used to be, for me, it was not only so special for me and my husband, but for my boys to see what can become of hard work.
Yeah. Dedication, focus.
Yes.
Staying true to the course.
That's right.
I love it. Well, we have done some cool stuff together, Salina. And then on the heels of that, what happened? I mean, I'll let you guide this because there's been a few things that have happened.
Oh, yeah. There's been so many things. Then eventually you came up with another great idea, right? And
I'm downloading. Like I always get downloaded.
Oh, did we lose her there for a second? Are you there, Salina?
She's got too much information.
It was overload for the video signals.
Overloaded.
I'm just looking over here at different things because as you guys are talking, I'm trying to bring things on the screen at the same time.
I know.
So.
One is just, you're butlering out, like you're doing all
so people are watching me going, he's not even paying attention. He's looking over here. I'm looking at another screen here, just making sure things are going smooth here.
We have a lot of footage of Salina photos.
Exactly. Hopefully she'll come back. While we're waiting for, if you want, we can always go into a video.
Yeah, let's run the commercial that I sent you.
Yeah, I'm just trying to find which one are we running here. Is it the one where you're walking? That one?
The travel one.
Is that the one I'm thinking of?
The new one that I sent you, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, let me just find it here. I had it and then I lost it. So it is here. I just got to find where you sent it to me. And of course, right when I want it is when we can't find it.
That's okay.
Did
the
you send
heat
it
is
to me?
on.
Exactly. I think you sent it to me through Facebook, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I sent it to you on Facebook.
Yeah, okay, that's what it was. I can find it there. Give me 1 second here. I got so many windows open here. It's unbelievable. The things we do to make Sarah look good. Look at that.
Oh my gosh.
Not that that's hard to do.
You're funny.
All right. No. She's probably getting sick of me by now because you have been talking so much lately. You're probably getting sick when you see my messages coming out. Oh, not him again. All right, so there's your thing, and hurry up. There we go. Okay, let me find the video here. Go past our conversations here. Yeah, I hope she's able. Maybe she had an internet thing going. I don't know.
I hope not.
Just give me 1 second. My one screen here is lagging here a little bit. So I'm just, there we go. I found it. Let me just open it up.
Let's run it. So this is a news flash, brand new commercial, and everyone watching, pay attention.
Yeah, and if it lags a little bit, I apologize, but I do have some windows, and that's not it. That's a different one, I think. Hold on a second. No, this is a different one. Okay. I lied to you. I just want to see if you were watching.
I'm watching.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think. I think it was this right here. You sent it to me. Yes, remember you sent it to me originally, but it was the wrong stuff, and then you sent it to me again, and I was able to find it. So, and we'll see if that's the one now. And hopefully she can get back on with us, and I'm sure she will. All right, I believe I found it. All right, let's see which one I want. This one here, and it's just opening up right now, the video. And once it opens, we'll be good to go. And let me hit play. Just make sure this is it here. All right, we got it. So we're gonna go to commercial. This is about I don't know, 30 seconds or whatever, a minute. So we'll go to commercial, and hopefully she'll be back with us when we return. And we'll go to the screen. And here we go.
That's the one.
I'm going to do that again because the actual volume I don't think was on.
So yeah, I did not hear that.
Okay, we're going to play it once more for everybody. Here we go. That was just a try of live TV, telling you.
Did you know that you can win your travel expenses paid for on the next Epic Destination shoot in South Florida? All you have to do is get your shoot booked no later than September 1st, 2023. On September 5th, I'll be going live from all my social channels announcing the winner of round-trip airfare, round-trip Uber transportation fare from the airport and back to the airport, and also 2 nights hotel at our wonderful host hotel in Hollywood, Florida. I'm so excited to see you there. So if you want more information, head to epicdestinationshoot.com for all the details.
There, you should have heard it that time.
Yeah, I heard it that time for sure.
I'm sorry.
I don't know where. Oh, is she coming back?
She's back. Yeah, we got her back. She got tired of us, so she left.
No, never.
She needed a moment. There's a lot there. I can't blame you.
There we go.
Good. Well, good to welcome you back.
Oh, yes, yes.
Good. So, yeah, we were just talking about all the other things that were like, I had come to Corpus Christi because Salina had orchestrated what we called an Epic Destination Shoot Light.
Yes.
For her clients. Really, right? I mean, that's kind of what it was all about. Was
yes, it was a beautiful thing. I was saying before, I don't know, I got cut off for some reason. I'm so sorry about that. But I was saying that, you know, both Sarah and I really feel strongly that you don't have to be a size 2 to be beautiful. You don't have to be the next fitness model to be beautiful. Yeah. Beauty is all shapes and sizes and colors, and we wanted to showcase that. And so brought some of my clients in and some friends in, and I think we have some background pictures of that too. Yeah. I mean, we had my client who is 83 years young. And then, I mean, it was just amazing to see all the different adversity we had. There's the beautiful Leah,
she was over here today. That's Jessica. Oh, no, that's oh my gosh, what's her name again?
I'd tell you, but I have no clue.
She looks like Jessica Hinojosa, but it's not.
Oh, she sure does look like. I haven't seen her in a while. I can't think right now. I'm so sorry.
I can't either. It's okay, but she was beautiful. And there's Massimo, your wonderful son, who I'm his biggest fan.
Oh, and he loves you so much, Sarah.
He's 13, right? And he's a drummer.
He'll be 14 in next week.
Oh my gosh, how funny!
Yeah, I met him the first time when we did our interview the other day.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah, that's right.
Yes.
Yeah, and
that's Nisa.
It was a beautiful location we had. You can see the beach behind us. And there's Miss Joanne. She's the 83-year-old teenager. She's beautiful.
I love that.
She is.
Glamorous.
Listen, she was intimidatingly glamorous, like stunning. I felt like I was photographing royalty when I shot her. She was
beautiful.
Absolutely beautiful. Small height difference there. But
tall, or are you just a little bit heightly challenged?
I'm only 5'2" to begin with, and then she's already tall, and then on top of that, she had some really high, thick heels there. So,
yeah, that was a fun show. There we are, and it had rained. That was basically kind of like the forecast for the week that we were there. And I had Leah.
That rain can add to the shoot, though. If you got some cool shots with the rain, that would be awesome.
It was super cool. Yeah, we got a really strong one with Salina for sure.
Yeah.
And Kona, my wonderful, I call him my nephew because he is just, I mean,
yeah.
You have to know him to really understand it. He's like family to me. You know, whenever he comes over and stays with us, he's like, I just want to sleep on the leather couch. And I'm like,
oh, he was wonderful.
I like that hat she's wearing. I wonder how I can get one of those hats.
The Bodyscape hat. I've got your name with, I've got a hat with your name on it there, John. And there's Miss Jody's. Yeah. She's a little saucy little thing. She's amazing. She's amazing. She had this idea. She's like a Bond girl, you know. She came out of the water and like was dripping wet. She had her heels over her. Oh my gosh, it was so amazing. Awesome. There's Reggie and Massimo.
Yes, yes.
They came with a family.
Support.
And you can see that, you know, all these ladies were just different ages, different sizes.
Yeah.
You know, it was just really beautiful. There's Jessica.
Yeah, she's gorgeous.
Now, Jessica, she hired me because she had suffered a stroke due to high blood pressure. Okay. And her doctor wanted her to begin an exercise regimen. And a year after diligently training with me, her blood pressure and blood sugar were both regulated. And then she went on to model for Bodyscape magazine. And I actually, that story there, Sarah, is part of my my TEDx talk.
Really?
Okay.
That is so cool. Well, let's talk about TEDx.
Yeah. All right.
That story comes to heart because anybody knows my story with my wife and her strokes now. So that brings me.
That rings true with you, John. That's familiar in your household.
Yes, yes.
Wow, look at that. What a
well, TEDx came about, Sarah, you know, with my story, and then it all started really when I knew that Carrie Lee Brown was going to interview me for Epic Fit magazine. So I began writing my story and getting it together. And I knew that eventually I wanted to be able to stand on a stage and tell my story in an effective way. So I started learning how to tell my story. And I did that through a mastermind, Bo Eason's mastermind. And one thing led to another. And you know, when you're in these masterminds, you meet just really amazing people. And one of the people that I met is Dr. Izdihar Jamil. And she was going to be a curator of TEDx Huntington Beach in September, and asked me if I would like to apply for her upcoming TEDx event.
That's incredible.
I know. And Sarah,
what did you say?
to me, it was like a long shot. I thought, part of me thought, well, maybe she's just being nice and inviting me to apply. But I applied and I got through the first round and the second round and the third round, and then here I am. And that's just the beauty of how God works. When you're working consistently towards something, and if it's in His will, He will make it happen.
100%. And you know what? I look at you and all the growth that you've done, Salina, the growing that you've done, and it's like, why wouldn't you be on a TED stage?
Thank you so much. And you can see, even in the TEDx picture there, that's one of Sarah's pictures again. And so that's just the beauty of having these professional headshots, these professional, all different kinds of pictures that, again, that I'm able to present myself in a professional way.
I am so proud of you. Thank
you so much.
I'm just so proud of you.
I think I might have given John some pictures of all the different ways that I've been able to utilize the pictures for marketing. I mean, the pictures that you've done for me, Sarah, I've used them for everything from business cards to brochures to graphics for social media, for my websites. So again, it was really way more than just having absolutely beautiful, glamorous, top-notch pictures. It was being able to represent my brand the way that I wanted to.
Well, and thank you so much. I'm glad that you were able to use everything. But again, this comes because we spoke so much before.
That's right.
That happened. And so that's what I like to do, is talk to people like, where are you at?
That's
what's
right.
the mission here?
Yes. And that's what I wanted to point out also, Sarah, was that going into this, I really felt that all the conversations that we had, that you really had a true understanding of who I was and how I wanted to be represented. And I was so thankful that you took all of that into consideration during both shoots that I did with you.
Thank you. And the second shoot was it was light. It was lighter. It was an light, right? But at the end of the day, I know what you stand for. And it's my job too, to do a deep dive and do my homework on you, your process, like find out more, like, ruffle up the sheets a little bit. Like I can't get to the bottom unless I know how to dive in. Right.
I think anyone, Sarah, whether they're entrepreneur or CEOs, business owners, and everything in between, I think that they would be really appreciative, of what you do and how you do your homework and really listen to what each of your clients want.
Thank you. Well, I appreciate that. And, that's the thing that's behind the scenes, and John can attest to this too. It's the amount of work that goes into making sure you do that individual's job correctly. Right?
Yes.
Your due diligence, your research, your phone calls, now, Zoom calls for me, finding out the location, figuring out what gear you're going to use, buy or rent, do you already have what you need for this certain look? But that's just how my mind works, because 90% of the work is already done in my mind before I even go in person.
That's amazing. That's amazing. What's funny, Sarah, is that you're able to do amazing things. There's one picture that we have where we're in a garage and I'm sitting down on the stability ball, and we're sitting in a garage on concrete, and you were able to take that and make it magic.
It was so cool. Do we have that picture? Do you have that?
Is that on? I got the whole magazine open up here. I'm just
it's in the Epic Fit, and I think it's the intro image where sensational Salina's here.
I already show it once. I'll show it again.
Yeah. It's simple, but it's technical.
Yep.
But Salina, and the styling was amazing on that.
Yeah.
There it is.
Yeah. I mean, how simple that is, you know, and everything that comes together with the swimsuit. And I mean, even the ball matches and even the dumbbells match. How's that happen?
Mm-hmm.
You're jacked in that image. Like you'd really paid attention to your physique there. And that's what Epic Fit is. That's more of a physique-y, you know, ripped up type of magazine. And you delivered.
Sometimes the simplest is the best, because sometimes you worry more about the backgrounds and the props and things like that. What's the main idea of the shoot? It's the subject, and who's the subject? It's the person.
Yes,
so
yes.
Show her off the best you can.
Yeah, and another thing that I really appreciated is because I mean, I pretty much live in leggings and t-shirts, because that's what I'm in most of the time. And so I'm not really good at putting outfits together. I'm not, you know, and so you and your team were able to do that for me. I didn't have to worry about, well, what am I going to wear? I don't know how to put these outfits together. What am I going to do with my hair and makeup? I mean, all that was done for me. And so, again, that was just, I mean, made it so much more than what I thought it could be.
It's just so fun to look back on these two, because I mean, yeah, that's what you get when you come and shoot with me. And like, not even really at the Epic Destination shoots, but with the Picture Groove shoots that I do here specifically in Arizona, you still get the option for styling and, you know, hair and makeup and all that. The Epic Destination shoots are just known for that. Like, we have big locations, we have big variety, we have wardrobe racks, we've got people that are pulling outfits for you that really just make sense for you and your message. And
well, you know what's funny is, Sarah, is that most of the outfits that that I wore for those photo shoots, I probably would never have chose them for myself. Nope. But you know, you were like, we'll try this, and then it just comes out amazing. I don't know how you do that, but you do.
Well, you did have the one that was very particular to you, and it was your Hispanic message. I can't remember. It was the little tube top and the skirt. I don't know if we have the photo here, but it was very special to you, and it was in homage to your culture. And you know that you use that photo a lot to celebrate your culture.
Yes, and you know, and that's, you know, again, that's just a testament to, you know, what you do. You're not just deciding what you want for the pictures. You're really you really have just a sense for what your clients want. And that picture with the Mexican outfit, I'm really proud of my heritage and my roots, and so I wanted to do something that represented that. And you were like, oh yeah, cool.
I love it. And we had all of Sedona behind us for that too. That was fabulous. Salina, you've been such a light in my life. You just have. And I just love to watch you grow. And it's fun to just sit in this seat now, literally, and just be like, look at her go. Look at her go. It's like there was a screenshot there, and it's like, pew, watch her go.
Yeah. Well, you know, you've been such a light in my life, and my family and I just absolutely adore you. We love you so much.
Love you too, girl. Well, it was really, really, really special speaking with you this evening and talking about everything that you've got going. Do you want to share your website, social media? Anything?
Oh, yes. Yes, I would love to. I do have an upcoming book, Sarah. I have an upcoming book that will be out this fall.
Wow.
That's called Hello Success, and it's an anthology book. So I'll keep everyone updated and posted.
Please do.
About that. Yeah, there it is. There it is.
Wow.
And then what else? And then I'll also be the day after I go to do my TEDx talk in Huntington Beach. That's the cover of the book there. I'll also be recording some of my songs that I've written. So just a lot of exciting things coming up. And yes, I have I have two different websites. If you'd like more information on my Lift by Salina medical exercise services, you can reach me at liftbysalina.com. and then my speaking. So if you'd like to hire me for your next event to speak, you can go to, it's www.salinalopezhinojosa.com.
Right on.
Yep.
on. Everybody go
right
to
there.
Salina, and I would hire you to speak in a second if I had anything to talk about other than what's happening up here.
Yes.
I love it, Salina.
Thank you so very much. This was, Sarah, I can just talk to you like, I don't even feel like I was on video or podcast. I can just, like, I'm just sitting here talking to you like we're in the kitchen or something.
We've done that. Just like no big deal. And John's here just to kind of, facilitate things.
I'm just a fly on the wall right now.
And I'm really grateful that John is here, it's because he has had such a huge impact in my, and I can say this, in my life too, without even having known him before in the past, and how we came together to create this broadcast. And, John, you're amazing. And just thank you so much for these opportunities. You're helping us facilitate the way for not just the Epic Destination Shoots and what I do, but for our friends who join us on the broadcast too. So this is huge for everybody involved. Thank you.
I enjoy it.
So much.
I think what we should do too before we leave is when we go to our credits there, we should play that little video. I think is it the Sedona one I have here?
Oh yes.
Yeah. Crank it out.
We could play that, and then from that it'll just go right to our ending credits, and we'll sign out. Unless you guys have. Oh, we never did ask her about the wow.
All right. Go. That's your department.
Okay, so we want to know if this is your wow moment. So last words of wisdom that you have for anybody, I don't know if the viewers out there, do you have any words of wisdom or wow that you would like to share with them before we leave?
Yes.
Let you get the last words, and we'll go right into video from there.
All right. One of the quotes that, if I could quote myself, once you make the decision that you want more out of life, you open the floodgates to endless possibilities. You have to choose to change.
And I think we should end it there.
Just saying. Thank you for your time, my good.
Thank you so much.
Sister friend. I love you so much.
Thank you. Love you.
Thank you, girls. Until next time.
You. All right.
Thanks.
Hi, friends. It's Sarah Lyons-Gladman, founder of EpicDestinationShoot.com, here with my wonderful friend, Salina Hinojosa, in your hometown of Corpus Christi, Texas.
Yes.
I'm so excited to be here.
We're here on Mustang Island doing an Epic Destination Shoot Light.
Light. It is the first Epic Destination Shoot Light that I've ever done. Epic Destination Shoot Light, where myself and my crew come to you.
If you have friends, family, or clients that would be interested in participating in an Epic Destination Shoot Light, we would love to bring one to you. Feel free to contact me, Salina Hinojosa, for more details.
Absolutely. And I look forward to seeing you in front of my lens.